So this is in response to your question about whether to use a BXA or a CXA tool, quick change tool post on a Precision Matthews 1440TL. And you had given me a compound height of 1.575 inches in your message. And my first reaction to that was, boy, this is pretty tight moving up to a CXA. I want to make sure I'm going to give you good advice here. So I decided to just model up the whole system in Fusion 360 at scale and see where we are. So that's what we've got here. You know, obviously this component here is your cross slide. This is the compound that sits on top of it. Here's an Aloris CXA quick change tool post, and this red pointed thing represents, that point right there at the end represents the center line of your spindle. That's based on that being 1.575 inches above the top of the compound. So assuming that that number you gave me is accurate and correct, here's where the analysis shows. So your new machine is 5 horsepower. It would really be nice to have access to 1-inch square shank tooling. And the question becomes, can you run 1-inch tooling on this with such a small height difference between the top of the compound and your spindle center line and still get the tool at or below the center line of the spindle? So here's where we are. This is using an Aloris brand CXA 1S quick change tool post tool holder with a 1-inch square shank tool installed in it. Even if this were an indexable tool, your cutting height of the insert itself will be flush with the top of the tool in almost all cases. Parting tools, different story. Boring bars, different story. But for turning and facing tools, that pretty much holds true. So given that, you could actually get the cutting edge of the tool at or below, just a little bit below the center line of your spindle. So I think you're good. That's with the quick change tool post tool holder here, that bottom surface resting against the compound. As you see, it's going to hit that compound, and that's what keeps it from going lower, of course. So with 1-inch tools, you're right at the margin, but I think you're safe. And then of course, if you ran a 3/4 inch tool in that same tool holder, you're golden. Yeah, you're fine there. So anyway, with some trepidation, mostly based on did you measure your compound height accurately enough, I think you'd be okay going to a CXA size tool post. That'd give you access to 1-inch tooling, no problem. You can buy 1-inch used high quality tooling on eBay all day long. Getting smaller shank stuff in high quality indexable tooling used is more challenging. So that'd be nice. Also, the CXA tool post platform, because the whole thing is beefed up a little bit, gives you more surface area against the compound, which will improve your rigidity. Anyway, I hope that helps. If you have any questions or want to do any more analysis here, just let me know. Thanks for buying my book, by the way. I appreciate it. And happy holidays.